All right, if you're an agency owner who's struggling with your show rates right now, you're going to want to watch this video because I'm going to walk through exactly what you can do to take your show rates from, 50, 60% to 70, 80, even 90% show rates. Now, this is going to be the best for, B2B agencies, specifically for if you're doing cold calling. It can get a little bit more technical because obviously with cold calling, brick and mortar businesses, home service, landscapers, it is a bit more of a challenge to get high show rates, and 60% would be really good for those types of industries. But just when it comes to like B2B agencies, if you're working with software companies, consultants, any type of B2B industry, this is exactly what we do to increase our show rates from, last month it was like, or a few months ago it was like 60, 70%. Now we're consistently 80, 90%. First thing you want to do is just make sure that whenever someone books in, you want them to accept a calendar invite manually. So if you're using a booking software like Calendly, for example, cal.com, I don't think Google anymore automatically puts the event in their calendar. The most important thing for a show I found is that if the actual event and if the meeting is in their Google Calendar, they're way more likely to show up. So whenever someone books in, we immediately just get them to accept a calendar invite. Like I literally send a message to them. It's a script that I use and I give to my setters. Looking forward to it. Just to confirm as well, you would have got a Gmail with a calendar invite you can accept just to confirm as well. And then most of the time they confirm that, and then you check in Gmail that they've accepted the invite, and that's the main thing. That alone will just bump it up a lot. Second thing is a few hours before or a day before, you want to send a selfie video via WhatsApp or anything you can get them on really, but WhatsApp is probably your best bet, where you literally just introduce yourself, humanize yourself, say that you're happy they booked in the call, you're looking forward to having a chat with them, and just confirm the date, the time zone, the meeting, and just get them to actually send a thumbs up that they're going to show up and that the timing's all good. That's literally all you have to do. It's like a 20-second video where you just introduce yourself, act normal. You don't want to get into anything that you're going to actually get into on the sales call. It's not like any technical discovery or anything like that. It's literally just to get a confirmation of show up and a bit more of a commitment and consistency to get them to actually do that. Which we found is actually extremely helpful as well. Secondly, if you've got email and SMS reminders, so if we've just got the basic ones set up through Calendly, but if you're using something like Go High Level, you can set up, personalized email reminders with all the AI stuff nowadays. You can also set up, personalized messages to their specific pain, their specific, industry, and how you're looking forward to, help them solve their problem or see how you can help them. You can also send them, if you make YouTube videos, you can send a few YouTube videos here and there. The only thing you don't want to do is you don't want to overdo the YouTube videos or all the resources, because a lot of people, it can, satiate their actual curiosity surrounding the actual meeting. And if you satiate their curiosity too much, and you've given them too much information, number one, they might not even look at it, so there would be no real point in doing it. Number two, if they have looked at it and then they think they've got enough information there, they're going to be like, oh, why do I need to hop on a call? So you don't really want to give value per se. You want to be like almost testimonials, case studies of people in their scenario, how specifically you can help in a certain area that, is not too crazy where they think they're just going to be able to solve the problem and not hop on a call with you. But yeah, these are the main things. And the other thing is just your offer. Now, I don't mean just having a crazy, almost a guarantee kind of crazy offer, but when you have an offer that's actually specific to their pain, it's customized to them, it's exactly what they're looking for, it's tangible, and it's positioned differently from most of your competitors, people just respond differently to that, and they genuinely believe that you might be able to solve their problem. And if someone genuinely believes that you can solve their problem, they're most likely to show up. So the stuff I've just mentioned is to optimize it. Obviously, get the calendar invite, put the email, SMS reminders, send that selfie video to them, wherever you can do that. But the main thing is just got to have an offer that actually speaks directly to this lead, so that they think you can solve your problem. Because a lot of people, especially this happens in brick and mortar businesses where people cold call, but the person on the other end, like the landscape or whoever it is, they don't actually believe that they can get their problem solved. So they almost accept the phone call or a meeting just to get off the phone now, and then they never show up. So you want to make sure that if you're cold calling, it's a different story, because you want to make sure you're qualifying that they've got a problem that they want to get somewhere, that something's stopping them. With B2B, if you're doing cold email, cold DMs, appointments that are coming from that, usually your outreach scripts and your flows actually pre-qualify that. So you want to make sure that also your outreach stuff is not getting unqualified people to book in, because if people who aren't really interested in what you sell, but they're booking in because of some weird, the way you frame the offer, that's also going to lead to a decrease in show rates. So you want to just make sure you're speaking directly to, the lead that you can help, and do all those three things I mentioned, and your show rates should bump up easy to 80, 90%. One last thing is, don't let 1 month of bad show rates affect what you do. Always want to look at the data, make sure see what's happening over 2-3 months, and then also account for holidays, account for stuff that's going on in the world that might be decreasing the show rates. Never make rash decisions about show rates, because usually it's fine. And we found this a few months back where it was 60. We were doing all the things I mentioned, but it was just August, September, a lot of people on holidays, a lot of people just not looking actively for solutions right now. But then in other months it went back to 80, 90. So that's what you want to focus on. And that's it for this video. Cheers, guys.